Good day, everybody. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing great today. This is Dr. Nandi. Those of you who do not know me, I have a YouTube channel where I solve all kinds of math videos. I also upload all kinds of travel videos. The travel videos are short. In the math videos, I try to explain the steps you can take to solve a math problem. Why? Because people come to me complaining math is very difficult. Yes, math can be difficult only if you do not know the steps that you have to take to solve a problem. And if you know the steps, it's not too bad, as I will show to you today. I have only one request to make. Please do not quit halfway through. And if possible, please let me know in the comment section where you are watching my video from. Okay, so let's get started. So is find the accumulation function capital F, then evaluate capital F at each value of the independent variable. So f of x is integration from 0 to x half of t plus 2 dt, and we are required to find out capital F0, capital F at 4 and capital F at 6. So let's first do the calculation for f of x. F of x is equal to half. So I'm doing the integration right away. T, so it will be, when you integrate, it becomes t, currently is power 1. So it becomes t, actually this is t square, my mistake. So let me fix that. This is t square. Okay. So this is half t. Currently, the exponent of t is 2. When you integrate, it becomes, exponent becomes 2 plus 1, and the whole thing is divided by the same exponent, 2 plus 1, plus 2. Integration of 2 dt is 2 is the constant and t, and the limits of integration are from 0 to x. So this becomes f of x equal to half t to the power of 3 divided by 3 plus 2t, again the limits are from 0 to x, or f of x equal to half, half times 2 in the denominator and 3 in the denominator, they get multiplied. 2 times 3 is 6, and we have t cubed. The upper limit is x, so it is x cubed. The lower limit is 0, which is 0, so we'll not bother with it, plus 2x. Again, the lower limit being 0, we will not bother with it. So let's now find out the value of the accumulation function at the three values of the independent variable that have been given to us. So let me move this up a little bit. So first we have to find out f of 0. f of so f of 0 is equal to 1/6 multiplied by 0 cubed plus 2 times 0. Now 0 cubed multiplied divided by 6 is 0, and 2 times 0 is 0 is 0. So that is the answer for f of 0. Next one is f of 4 is 1/6 multiplied by 4 cubed plus 2 to the 2 multiplied by 4, which is 4 cubed is 4 times 4 is 16. 16 divided multiplied by 4 is 64 divided by 6 plus 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, so let's simplify this. So we can write this as 64 by 6 plus 8 times 6 divided by 6. Why did I do it this way? To keep the denominators the same in both of them. And so it is now we can add the numerator 64 plus 48 divided by 6, which is 8 plus 4 is 12, 6 plus 4 is 10, 11, 112 by 6. Now I think 2 is a common factor in both of this. So 2 goes into 6 3 times and 2 goes into 112 56 times. So the final answer is 56 over 3. This is the answer for f of 4. Okay. And the last thing is f of 6. So let's do f of 6. So f of 6 is equal to 1/6 times x cubed is 6 cubed plus 2 times 6 is equal to 6 goes into 6 cubed as 2. So this is 6 square plus 2 times 6. Now 6 square is 36 plus 2 times 6 is 12 is equal to 48. So that is your final answer for part C. And the answer for part A, f of 0 is 0. So let me summarize what I did quickly, step by step. So basically, a function has been given to me, and this is the accumulation function. It is called accumulation because you're getting the value of the function by integrating the expression, and the limits of integration are provided to you from 0 to x. The function itself is half of t square plus 2, and we integrate it and then keep the limits of integration from 0 to x. So first term is half t square, by integration becomes t to the power of 3 divided by 3, and 2 integration dt. 2 is a constant, move it out, and then integration of a constant is just the term t. And so it is the limits are from 0 to x. Now 0 itself has no value in any of these. The lower limits will be 0 for both of them anyways. So half times t cubed by 3, 2 and 3 multiplied in the denominator becomes 1/6, and you substitute x for the upper limit, x cubed plus 2 times x. Remember, 2 times 0 is 0, and the lower limit for the first term is also 0 because lower limit is 0. So now this is the expression for f of x. This is the accumulation function. They have given us three values of the independent variables, 0, 4, and 6. They want to find the value of the accumulation function at each of these independent variables. So if I move this up, f of 0 substitute for x 0 and it's 0. F of 4 for x substitute 4. It is 4 cubed by 6 plus 2 times 4. 4 cubed itself is 64, 64 by 6 plus 8. Now I cannot add the whole number to a fraction, so I have to convert the whole number to a fraction with the same denominator, which is 6. So I multiply the numerator and denominator by the same term, 6. 8 times 6 divided by 6. So it is 64 plus 48 divided by 6, which is 112 divided by 6 is 56 over 3 after I simplify with the common, cancel out the common factor 2. Okay. And then the last one is f of 6. So it is 1/6 times 6 cubed plus 2 times 6. Now 6 cubed, 6 to the power of 3 divided by 6 is 6 square plus 2 times 6 is 12. So it is 36 plus 12. Part C answer is 48. I stop here today, but I know you may have some questions. No problem. Just go ahead and shoot me a question in the comments area, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Hey, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. That really motivates me. If you like this video, share with your friends, you and your friends. Please subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button. At the same time, please click on the bell button because then you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Hey, thanks for taking the time to watch my video. I'll see you next time. Please do not forget to watch me tomorrow. Take care. Have a nice day.